Good morning, students. Welcome to your science period. Today, we will be starting with a new lesson, chapter number 4, Nutrition in Living Organisms. So, let us begin. Students, you can see two pictures in front of you. Both the pictures are of the same aged children. I know looking at the pictures, you might be laughing or you might be finding it funny. But let me tell you, it is not. It is nothing to be about very funny or making a joke of it. The first picture you can see the bones, the ribs of the child are clearly seen. He is so skinny. And on the right side, you can see the fats that have been accumulated in the children of such small age. You might have seen such kind of children around you. You might be making fun of them, but that is not right. Both the children are cases of malnutrition. Now, what is malnutrition, children? It is suffering from malnourishment. Now, what happens is this malnutrition or malnourishment is a condition when the child or the person, any human being of any age, does not get the right amount of nutrients. Okay? Poor nutrition, or you can say undernutrition. Why? There might be so many reasons. Lifestyle, money, family, okay, lack of resources, etc. Now, usually, if you might have seen the pictures, the babies in the right picture are found to have foods with fats like burgers, pizzas, yes, and the ones on the left hand don't even get to eat. So that doesn't mean the kids in the right photo, get proper food. So why they are suffering? No. They do get the food, students, but the food is not full of nourishment. Do you think pizzas, burgers, junk food, sandwiches give you proper nourishment, proper nutrition that is required? No. So just remember that these both cases are the cases of malnourishment. You must have seen in TV ads. Yes. Now what can be done to overcome malnourishment or malnutrition? The most important thing is bring about the change in the diet, in the kind of foods that you eat. Your food should be high in energy, high in nutrients. Yes, vitamin, minerals, carbohydrates, whatever your body is requiring in whatever amount as per your age, your body, that should be intaken. Okay? Now let us see what we understand by the word nutrition. Now when a person is not malnourished, that means that person is getting proper nutrition. So what is nutrition? It is the process of taking in and using food which takes place in living organisms. Whatever food you eat, okay, and how appropriately the food is being used by your body for all the purpose, that is nutrition. Now there are many life processes that go on within us: respiration, digestion, excretion. Yes. So there are a lot of variety of foodstuffs that we eat. First they are taken in, then they are digested, then assimilated. Why these all process? So that we obtain energy. Then for proper growth and health of our body, So whatever foodstuffs we take, which are digested, then assimilated, then transported to different parts of the body, these are called as foodstuffs. Okay? Am I clear with what you mean by nutrition and foodstuffs? Okay, let's proceed. So, first, let us understand what you mean by nutrients. Simple, the substance that will always provide nourishment that is essential for the maintenance of life and for growth. Okay, we'll be seeing further in detail about these all contents. So, these nutrients, okay, the substances that provide us with nourishment that is essential, are of two types: macronutrients and micronutrients. Now, micro we all know small. So, it is simple that macro means big or huge. So, nutrients are of two types: macronutrients and micronutrients. Now, macronutrients, that means which are required in larger amount, are carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Whereas micronutrients, as per the requirement of the body, are comparatively required in lower quantity or lesser quantity, and they are minerals and vitamins. Now, as they are required in smaller quantity, they are termed as micronutrients. Clear? Now, what is the need for nutrition? I explained you previously. We'll once again look at it. First, to supply the energy required for doing work. Now, whole day from morning to night, you just calculate how much work you do. Even if you sit and attend the online lectures, you need energy because your brain is working. You are mentally very much active as compared to physically. You go to play, okay, then if your school might be working now, so you have so much to do in a day. Any day, if you go without breakfast to school, does it make a difference? Yes. You're not well, you're not energetic, you feel very dull. Okay, so through this proper nutrition and appropriate nutrients intaken, you get proper energy for doing all the work. Okay, so you can spend your day actively and happily. Next, growth and development of the body. Now tell me, when you were born and now at this age, are you of the same size? No. So for proper growth, for the development of your each and every part of the body, internally as well as externally, you need proper food, because every constituent, student, just remember, it has its own importance. Nothing can be replaced. Okay, it cannot be substituted. Whatever is required in amount, in the appropriate amount, has to be taken, or else it gradually results in malnourishment. Okay, you might have seen in the advertisements Cerelac, then different types of milk powders. Yes, so no doubt those are preservatives, but you need proper nutrition for the growth and development. Next, you have to replace the damaged cell and repair the tissues. Very day-to-day example we'll take. When you fall on playing on ground, or when you are injured or anything such, when you have bruises on your hands, on your legs, gradually after few days, when it is healing, you will see a pink color, light pink color skin layer developing. Then gradually it will turn and camouflage with your skin color. What is that? Your cells are repairing, your tissues are repairing. Yes, it does not remain the same for lifelong. So even for that, for the repair, yes, you need proper nutrition. And last, to fight the disease. This we all are aware now, the corona pandemic that is going on. Everyone is just talking about boosting the immunity. What is that? Having proper nutritious food is surely going to boost up your immunity, students. No junk food is going to help you boost your immunity to fight the disease. Every food stuff such as green leafy vegetables, then onion, garlic, homemade chapatis, all kinds of vegetables, different types of pulses, lentils do have different nutrients in the appropriate amount that your body requires has to be eaten to fight all kind of disease. Clear? So these are the need for the nutrition. Let's move on to next. Students, have you ever seen plants making food just like we make our food? Yes? No. But let me tell you, plants prepare their own food unlike us. We are dependent on the nature for food, but plants are not. Now we will study types of nutrition. What is the mode of nutrition of plants and animals? First we'll study about plants. So there are two types of nutrition. First is autotrophic nutrition. Now auto means by self, by itself. So autotrophic means the organisms that can produce their own food and thus nourish themselves. Yes, autotrophic nutrition. So whichever organisms they prepare their own food, yes, without depending on anyone else for their food, they are termed as autotrophic organisms. And that mode of nutrition is autotrophic nutrition. So what are the organisms called who depend on others for their food? They are heterotrophic organisms. And the nutrition is heterotrophic nutrition. For example, humans. Yes. Now vegetarians, they depend on plants. Your vegetables, your pulses, lentils are all kinds of food that you get from plants. And the ones who eat non-vegetarians, you are dependent on animal. So in any way, we all are dependent on other organisms for our food. So we are heterotrophic organisms. Yes. Now let us see what are autotrophic plants. These plants prepare their own food. I told you. Okay. Now how these plants prepare their own food? We haven't seen doing that. So in the picture, you can clearly see and understand plants with the help of sunlight. Okay. In the daytime, during the daytime, the plants get sun rays. So with the help of sunlight and chlorophyll, you can see in the leaves they have shown a magnified image. Chlorophyll are present. Now these all things students we get to see under microscope easily. Okay, with the naked eyes it is impossible. In the leaves there is chlorophyll present. So with the help of the sunlight and the chlorophyll in the leaves, plants make their food in the leaves. With the help of water that they get from the roots, as well the nutrients that is present in the roots and the soil. So with the help of these all things and carbon dioxide from the air, I hope you all are aware that plants breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen, and humans breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. Yes? Okay. So the carbon dioxide that is present in the atmosphere, in the air, the plants take that. Okay. And in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll in the leaves, simultaneously using the water and the nutrients from the soil, they prepare their own food. Why is the process called as photosynthesis? Photo in science means light. Okay? In science, the word photo means light and synthesis making. So in the presence of light, these plants prepare their own food and hence they are termed as autotrophic plants, and the process is photosynthesis. It is very simple to understand. Look at the picture, look at the definition, you will surely understand. Okay, let's proceed to next. Okay, now here you will understand more clearly. In the previous picture, I showed you the chlorophyll present in the leaves. Okay, now in the chlorophyll, you have chloroplast. See, the first picture clearly shows you how the chloroplast in the chlorophyll looks like. Okay, so in the leaves are present chlorophyll. In the chlorophyll are present chloroplast. Did you all observe something common? Green color. Okay, fine. Now what happens, students? Plants convert the light energy. The light energy that they get from sun, they convert this light energy into chemical energy. And the food that is formed is stored. Okay, this chemical energy, it is formed in the form of food, which is then stored in the plants. Okay, so further, water, minerals and salts, whatever they get from the roots. Okay, we water the plants, the root absorbs the the soil absorbs the water. From roots, the plant gets the water. That we'll be seeing further. Okay, so whatever water, minerals, salts that are present in the soil are absorbed by the roots. Okay, and then from the roots to the stem. From the stem, it is transported up to the leaves. Why leaves? Because there you have chlorophyll. There, with the help of the sunlight, the food is being prepared. Okay, so now you get it. How from the roots, from the carbon dioxide in the air and chlorophyll in the leaves all together come up to prepare the food. Clear? Okay. On the next right hand side, next picture, you will see very small minute openings. Okay, microscopic openings. Again, these openings, students, they are seen in the microscope and not from the naked eye. These microscopic openings are called as stomata. Okay, whatever excess water is there, it is being expelled out from these stomata. You can also see how a open stomata and how a closed stomata looks like. Okay, so these stomata, the CO2 from the air, that is carbon dioxide from the air, is taken in. So now you all understood, the sunlight is taken, the carbon dioxide is taken through stomata, the small openings. The water, minerals and soils come from the roots to the stem to the leaves, and in the chloroplast, which is present in the chlorophyll which is present in the leaves, together in the leaves the food is prepared. Yes? Okay. Now the chloroplast you saw that are present in the leaves, this contain the chlorophyll. Who does the function of absorbing the sunlight? The chlorophyll. Okay, and in this all process, students, the oxygen is given out. Okay, and carbon dioxide and water is converted into food. One more thing, besides leaves, this photosynthesis process which I explained you of making food takes place in other parts also of the plant, like green stem. So remember, whichever part of a plant is green, that means it consists of chlorophyll, and that part also takes part in the process of photosynthesis. Just remember this thing. Okay, now we will look at the chemical formula of photosynthesis. CO2, that is carbon dioxide, H2O, that is water. Arrow, you have sunlight and chlorophyll. That means in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, the carbon dioxide from the air and the water from the roots is being converted to glucose plus oxygen is given out. Okay, glucose. Now what is glucose? We have heard of glucose, that gives us energy. We all know that much. So this glucose is a type of sugar, and the sugar is type of carbohydrate, which we saw at the start of the lesson. It is a macronutrient. We also require, same way the plants also require energy. So for that, this glucose is synthesized. It is the food of the plants which is then stored in the plants. Am I clear? This is how the photosynthesis takes place. The CO2 and H2O, that is carbon dioxide and water, is converted to food in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, and the oxygen is being released out. Am I clear? This is how the plants prepare their own food through the process of photosynthesis, and thus the plants are termed as autotrophic plants. Now we move on to study the transport system in plants. We shall see how the prepared food is being transported in different parts of the plant. In the picture you can see a section of leaf, a section of a stem, and a section of a root. Also, blue color boxes indicate xylem and the pink color boxes indicate phloem. The words are very simple, student. Try to understand this topic and you will surely pick up it soon. On the plant also they have given you pink color arrows and blue color arrows. Now the xylem and phloem are the conducting tissues of the plants. Now what do you understand by conducting? They conduct, they do the work of transporting. Now what do they transport? Xylem. Now xylem transports all the minerals and the water from the root to all the aerial parts. See, simple to understand. We know that all the minerals, water, nutrients are present in the soil. So from the soil the roots absorb it. Now from the roots in the upward direction, who transports to different parts of the plant? The xylem. Okay. Then who would be performing the function of transporting the food or the glucose from the leaves to other plants? The phloem. Now you remember, we just now studied the food is being prepared in the leaves. Okay. And in some cases whenever the stem is or different parts are green in color. Okay. So from the leaves the food is being transported by the phloem, and from the roots the water, minerals and salts are transported through xylem. Okay. Now simple way you can remember is P comes before X. So phloem, that is P, it performs a function of transporting the food from the top to the bottom or the other parts, and X is the last letter. So from the roots is transports to the aerial parts, to all the parts above the roots. Okay. I hope it is very simple to understand. Yes. So this is the function of xylem and the phloem, which are the conducting tissues. In the picture you can see in different parts where are the phloem and where are the xylem presents for the transportation of the materials. In the arrow on the plant also you can clearly see. And most important, students, unlike us, the plants lack separate digestive or excretory system. Just remember this. We have a different digestive system and a different excretory system, but plants, they do not have a separate digestive or a separate excretory system. So how do they digest? How do they excrete the waste? That we will be seeing in the later part of the lesson. For now, this much is enough to remember. Today we wind up with this much. I hope I'm clear with whatever is being taught today. If any doubts, you can ask me later in the live session. Yes, till then, do complete your books. Stay safe, stay happy, take care of yourself. Thank you so much, students.